Hello friends, this is Akash Misra here and welcome back to our YouTube channel, that is Mechanical Engineering Make Easy. In previous some days, I haven't uploaded any video, so sorry for that. And this is 15th lecture of SOM and we are moving with strength of material. We are covering all the syllabus of GATE and mechanical engineering. So this is 15th lecture. In 14th lecture, we have studied some concepts like center of gravity, moment of inertia, etc. Okay. So firstly, in today's lecture, we will see some standard cases of moment of inertia. Like for rectangle, if this is rectangle and this is axis xx which is passing through CG. Okay, so moment of inertia at CG, that is at section xx, which is equal to BD cube upon 12. So what exactly B and what exactly D? B is nothing but width and D is nothing but height of that rectangle. So depending on that B value and D value and the moment of inertia at the XX section, that is at the CG, the formula is BD cube by 12. So similarly we can go for triangle. In case of triangle, so how triangle will be there? This is triangle we are taking into consideration. So triangle will have height H and base B, and the CG, that is the axis XX will pass through the CG. That CG will be something here, and that CG from top, that CG will be at 2 by 3 H, and from bottom that will be 1 by 3 of H. Okay, this is the location of CG in case of triangle. So what exactly formula to calculate the moment of inertia of triangle at the CG? So that is nothing but again Ixx equal to BH cube upon 36. So note down this formula. These both formulas are too much important. And again, similarly, we will look the formula for circle also, because these three common shapes that we uses everywhere. Note down all formulas. All formulas are too much important. That's why I am discussing here. And if you are enjoying, then please like, share, and subscribe. So for circle, how circle will be there? This is XX plane and this is CG. Okay, so circle will have radius, or we can say diameter. So from that, how we can calculate, that is Ixx, which is equal to pi by 64 d raised to 4. This is the standard formula to calculate moment of inertia about the plane xx, that is lies at the CG of that circle, and that is equal to pi by 64 d raised to 4. These three conditions I have discussed. These three conditions are too much basic but too much important for our numerical solving. So note down these three formulas, and now we will move towards next, that is nothing but radius of gyration. What exactly radius of gyration? Okay, radius of gyration. Firstly, consider one plane is there. That plane will have some area, cross section area of that plane. Okay, and one axis we have considered here, maybe x axis. Okay, so what is the exactly value of radius of gyration, which is denoted by k? The distance between the considered axis up to the point. Okay, the k is nothing but the distance from the axis, from given axis up to the point, when which point, that point is nothing but total area of that plane is supposed to be concentrated at that one point. This is nothing but the radius of gyration, that is given plane, the distance between given plane and the point at which the whole area of that plane is supposed to be concentrated. This is called as radius of gyration, and which is denoted by k. So there is one relation, that is nothing but I is equal to a k square. I is moment of inertia, k is radius of gyration, and a is nothing but area of that plane. So by simplifying this equation, we will get k is equal to under root of I by A. And if we are considering xx plane, yy plane, so depending on that, kxx equal to under root of ixx upon A, and kyy is equal to under root of Iyy upon A. Simply which axis we are considering for radius of gyration, same axis we have to consider for moment of inertia also. Then we will get the value of respective radius of gyration. So note down these all the concept. This concept is too much important. Then next concept, and that is nothing but moment of resistance. This is also very important concept. What exactly moment of resistance? We have studied previously. That is nothing but because of forces, application of forces on a body, the body tends to bend. Okay, the body tends to bend, and why that body tends to bend? Because of the external forces, the bending moment is established into the body. Okay, and because of that bending moment, body tend to bend. So to resist that bending moment, the body itself will develop one resistance moment. Okay, and which is called as moment of resistance. So what exactly moment of resistance? Moment of resistance is nothing but to resist the bending moment, the moment will be generated internally in the body. That is nothing but moment of resistance. So magnitude of bending moment will equal to magnitude of moment of resistance, but sign will be reverse. For example, bending moment is in clockwise direction, then simply moment of resistance will act in anti-clockwise direction. This is nothing but moment of resistance. Okay, so this is also very basic concept, and now we will move towards our last topic of every lecture, that is nothing but bonus point. So today also very important bonus point is there. Bonus point for today's lecture, that is too much important for our study purpose. Okay, we know one formula, that is m upon I equal to sigma upon y. This formula I will come up with too much explanation in next lecture. So m upon I equal to sigma upon y. We know this formula. This is the bending moment, moment of inertia, the distance from neutral axis, and this is bending stress. So simply what we are going to do, m is equal to sigma upon y into I. So m is equal to sigma into z. We have considered I upon y as a z. So what exactly I upon y, which is nothing but z, which is nothing but sectional modulus. Okay, what exactly z is? Z is nothing but sectional modulus, and the unit, okay, we know moment of inertia is mm raised to 4 or meter raised to 4 or something. The length unit raised to 4, and y will be only length unit like mm, meter, etc. So depending on the z will have unit which is mm cube or meter cube or something, what length unit we have taken. So this will be unit of z. So this is what I have designed for today's lecture, and we will meet again in next lecture with some another concepts like the nature of bending stress in different cases of beam, then neutral layer axis, and etc. Okay, these all concepts we will study in next lecture. So till now stay tuned and watch my all videos. You can like, share and subscribe. Thank you friends.